Well, good morning, everybody. Had a 10 a.m. game time today, 10:02. Unfortunately, they started early, so we weren't quite ready to roll. So we are in bottom one right now, one out. Justice is up to bat. Trey Williams takes a pitch off the back, and that's going to put him on first. So I do apologize that we weren't on as hoped, but we're getting going here. So Cy Peterson led off, I'm sorry, as we've been seeing, but he unfortunately grounded out at first into a 4-3. Now we've got David Robeloff. And then Caden Randall actually got a hit. He is out at second base. So Robeloff, the cleanup hitter. That one is fouled back and out of play. Robeloff gets the pitch outside. So one out. And he draws a walk. Bases are loaded now for Dylan English, today's right fielder. Takes a strike to lead off. Low and inside on that pitch. Another pitch inside, 2-1. Another one outside, 3-1. Nowhere to put him, so English being patient up there at the plate, knowing that that's going to send a runner home if that one fouled back. Oh, off to the right field side. Right fielder running, but just can't get there. Lands just in front of the fence, but not in time. And that one sent back up the center. It's picked up by the shortstop, who can't make the play. Everybody's safe, and there's a run. Caden Randall scores. Probably go down as a E6, as he just couldn't get that ball back out of his glove and fielded to the second baseman. Jackson Campbell, the catcher, takes a pitch outside. Bases loaded. 1-0. Lions here in the bottom of the first. That ball pops straight up in the air. Going back on it as a second baseman, center fielder coming in and calling it. And that's an out. Good throw to the plate. Keeps all the runners where they're supposed to stay. And that's 2 outs in the inning. Now the DH, Calvin Curio. Curio check swing and a strike. That's going to foul back on the left field side, now to play. Strike two, quickly down 0-2 in the count. Campbell on first, English on second, Robeloff on third. Excuse me, that's English on first, Robeloff on second, Williams on third. My fault. Again, still playing catch up here as we started a little bit early and we weren't quite ready to roll. So I am getting my rosters in order so that I can bring you the most accurate information. It's the pitch to Curio. Low and outside. I believe that's 2-2. That one inside. Full count. Oh, correction. He says 2-2 on that one. That one knocked toward short. Shortstop picks it up. Not in time. That's going to score Trey Williams on the RBI single by Curio. And everybody's safe. Base is still loaded for Federico Tibertini. There's a strike. Robeloff likes to bounce around there on third, trying to cause a bit of confusion for the pitcher, but still puts a good strike pitch in there. That's strike two. Quickly down in the count is Tibertini. That's going to be a bit high. Pitcher wants that one back, but that's a high pitch there for ball. 1-2 is the count. Tibertini did not play yesterday. Sends this one back up the center to the shortstop, right over to the second baseman, who drops the ball once again. That's the second missed effort. And then the ball gets away, and here comes another run. Robeloff and English both score on that. That's going to go down as a E4. And now here is Emerick Ebenente, the second baseman. We're going to get an early mound visit here as we're at the bottom of the order now. So trying to recap here, we got runs scored by Randall, Trey Williams, Robeloff, and Dylan English. We've got Curio on first. Correction, Tibertini on first. Curio on second. So 4 runs early here in the bottom of the first. First of a doubleheader today. We'll be broadcasting the 10 a.m., but not the 1 p.m. So if you want to check them out in your local, get out here for the 1 o'clock game. Ebenente takes a strike. Today's second baseman. There goes the runner. No throw. So we're going to get a stolen base there for Calvin Curio. And we got a runner on first and third. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. That's going to be a balk, and we're going to get a run scored. There's Curio coming to the plate on the balk. And that'll send Tibertini to second as well. So now we got a Lion on second. Evidente still up. Check the count here if the umpire gives it to us. I want to say 2-2, but let's see. We got a timeout here by the field ump talking to the pitcher to let him know what happened. I think it was pretty clear. He went through his windup, and as he came forward, he didn't release the ball. So that's where the balk comes from. So Evidente back in there, and that ball outside. I believe that runs him full. Let's see if we get a double check from the umpire. No double check here. Man on second. Pitcher right back to work. There goes the runner. It's from second to third. We're getting another successful stolen base, this time by Tibertini. And Coach Zach starting early with the aggressiveness on the bases. Evidente now with the man at third. Here comes the pitch. Fouls that one back. And out of play. So we got a full count here. 2 outs, bottom of the first. 5-0 Lions. This one popped over the head of the second baseman into right field for a base hit. That's going to score Tibertini, and there's an RBI base hit for Evidente. Well, the Lions have figured something out here early. 6-0 here, first inning. And we're back at the top of the order once again for Peterson. Cy Peterson grounded into a 4-3 to lead off this inning. There goes the runner again to second. He's in there clean, and Evidente gets himself a stolen base as well. That is 3 stolen bases here in the first inning. 6-0 your score, Lions. Runner on second. Pitcher checks the runner. There he goes again at second. This one hit up the right side, foul. And that's going to send Evidente back to second. Attempting yet another stolen base here. Everybody's back, ready to go. Here comes the pitch here. Lions dugout having a great morning. There's another ball taken there by Peterson. Comes the pitch. Runner goes. Ball gets into third base, but not in time for the tag. And there's another stolen base from Evidente. His second so far this game, and the fourth taken in the first inning by the Lions. Foul ball. Pitcher's ready. Into the stretch and the pitch. That one hit right back up to center field, and the center fielder gets there and ends the inning, but not before 6 runs early for the Lions. And we're going to head to the top of the second inning. That is your score, 6-0, Justice with the lead. Starting pitcher today, Devin Hancock for the Lions. Brody Holthouse batting. That one fouled back. 1-2 is the count. There's another ball there from Hancock. That ball hit back up to the center, right down towards center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Brody Holthouse. So nobody out. Top of the second inning. This is going to be Aiden Grafforer. Saw him yesterday. Went 1 for 5. This time over to second. Oh, little quick hopper. Gets the ball to second. Not quite in time for first, but they do get the out at second. 1 down here in the second inning. And here comes Vinny Bobadilla. All right, I think we got the lineup straightened out here. Pops that one up toward right field. Yep, and English out there in right today was there to make the catch. We're going to see Bobadilla. Oh, correction. This is Thompson. Bobadilla. Bobadilla's the one that just popped out. Thompson fouls it off to the right. That one gets him. That's going to put him on base. For Thompson, hit by pitch. That'll send forward to second. Here's Marker, the shortstop. To wrap up the order here, fouls that one off to the right and out of play. Starting pitcher for the Knights today, Vinny Bobadilla, who's batting seventh as well. Comes the pitch. Great looking curveball for a strike. Good looking pitch from Hancock. That one's slapped down. Hancock tries to get it, can't quite get there. And he's going to be safe, and that's going to probably go down as an E1. Just struggled to pick the ball up. But that's going to load the bases. And we're back to the top of the order. Back to Gomez, starting left fielder today. That went up and in. Ball one. Another ball. There's a strike for Devin. And they're going to walk in a run, unfortunately, on a walked batter to Gomez. Well, we talked about it yesterday. Unforced errors and free bases can be killers, so hopefully Devin can get out of this with minimal damage as the bases are still loaded. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch outside, ball 1. This is Gingras, the third baseman. Pitch low and outside, ball 2. Gingras yesterday walked, grounded out twice, and had 2 strikeouts, so he's 1 for 5 as well from the plate. Lions took care of business 10-6 yesterday. In the first of this 3-game set, we got the doubleheader today, this game, and then at its finish, approximately 1 o'clock, the second game. There's a strike for Devin Hancock. Needed that one to get back on track. Any kind of out will do here. That ball slapped over between the 5-6 gap, and that's going to score a run. Brings in Thompson. Base is still loaded. So we've got Marker on third, Gomez on second, and now Gingras on first with the base hit. There's a strike inside. Devin trying to get out of this inning here. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2 is the count. This is Tony, who homered yesterday. Popped up. Hancock makes his own catch. Almost collides with the Jackson Campbell, the catcher, but that'll do it. Nobel gets 2. And we're going to go to the bottom of the second. 6-2 here at Nozomi Park. Vinny Bobadilla back on the mound for the second after giving up 6 runs in the first. See if Coach Zakitz is aggressive on the bases as he was that first inning. First pitch to Caden Randall, hit between 5 and 6 over there, heading to first. Clean base hit for Caden Randall. Here comes Trey Williams. Homered yesterday. Strike on the first pitch. Fouled off to the left-hand side. Quickly down 0-2. I believe only 4 of those runs are going to count toward Bobadilla. We had a couple of errors in that first inning that contributed to runs, so but 6-2 here in the bottom of the second. Trey Williams out toward right, but that's going to chop foul. Still 0-2. Thank you to those of you that are watching this morning bright and early. You're just tuning in. We started a little bit earlier than was on the schedule by about 10 minutes, so we didn't quite get the broadcast up and running. So if you're hoping to go back to the beginning, you will miss the first half inning. But doing our best to catch you up. I think we're settled here now and good to go the remainder of the way. Popped up by Williams towards center field. And that ball's going to be caught for the first out of the inning. Now we're going to see David Roboloth hit by a pitch first time up, scored a run. Oh, excuse me, that was Williams. Roboloth, I believe, walked his first time up. There goes the runner. Not going to get there. Stolen base once again. This time it's Randall. That is the 5th stolen base in this game, and we're only in the bottom of the second. Pitch outside there. That one chopped up the third base line. Going to be fair. Randall gets back, not in time for the runner, or for the throw, excuse me. And that's going to be a base hit for Roboloth. Randall unable to advance, but Roboloth is on base with just 1 out. Here comes Dylan English, the White Knight, as we called him yesterday because of the white helmet. Let's see what he can do with 2 men on base. Yesterday took a couple of walks and a base hit. A ball outside. Ball swing and a miss, strike 1 to English. Ball outside, 3-1. Had to go away there for a minute. Sorry about another slims while I was gone. This is Campbell. Here's a quick play by the shortstop to first. And that's going to end your inning. 6-2 heading into the top of the third. Ready to go here in the top of the third inning. Devin Hancock back on the mound. We're going to see Luna. Luna catch today. Yesterday. 5. Pitch. Curveball on strike called. Swinging strike for strike 2. Clear ahead 0-2 in the count is Devin Hancock. That one fouled away. Probably swung at the ball there, but 0-2 fighting it off. The pitch from Hancock. That one hit out. Left-hand side foul this time. Staying it is Luna. You're just new up at the third inning. That one rolls over to Trey Williams, the first baseman, who takes care of him himself. And that's one down in the inning. For Holthouse, who had a base hit his last time up. First pitch is a ball. Ready? It's outside again. Ball. House was got on for the walk yesterday. Got one, couple of these hits. Pretty reliable yet again. I'm what he could hear. But Evan obviously wants that. Pitch down the middle, though. One's hit. Torch picks it up. Got his back leg. Trey Williams makes pick off ground. And that's out at first. 3. Good throw. Tibertini over there. And a good pickup off the ground. We're seeing a ton of that from Trey Williams. Two 4. First one up and in for a ball. All right. Pitch from Hancock. That's in there for a strike. Before grounded into a fielder's choice first time up. Scored a run. Well, he got on base from a fielder's choice. Scored a run. Back right to the pitcher. Hancock fields it himself, tosses it over to Williams, and that's going to do it for the top of the third inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Knights, and we'll head to the bottom of the third, 6-2. Back here in the bottom of the third inning, 6-2. Leading off is Curio, the DH. Curio sends that one. Picked up by the third baseman on the run. Looks like they called him out. Disagrees with that. He thought he got there. But it's going to be out from third to first. So Tibertini, the Italian. First pitch right down the middle for a strike. There's a ball, 1-1. Tibertini got on base on a E4 his first time up. That one hit to the right at the third baseman for a line out there. And Avenente is going to come up here to try and salvage something this inning. Nobody on. 2 outs. First pitch, a little bit high for a ball. One and one the call. Avenente 2 for 5 yesterday with 3 RBIs, though, and 2 stolen bases. So productive game. That one fired over the shortstop into left center, and that's going to get down for a base hit for Avenente. And we're back to the top of the order again with Cy Peterson. Peterson steps in. First pitch in. Gets him. Hit by pitch for Peterson. He's going to get on first, and that's going to send Avenente to second. And now the Lions have something going as Caden Randall steps up to the plate. 2 men on. Randall struggled at the plate yesterday. He's been pretty consistent all year, but only 1 for 5 at the plate yesterday. First pitch outside, ball 1. There go the runners. Foul tipped, and that's going to send them back. Looks like they may have had the hit and run on. Avenente slid head first there into third. And gets up gingerly and jogs back to second. Strike two. Two men on, two outs. Bottom of the third. 6-2 is your score in favor of Justice. That one hit out to left. Unfortunately, left fielder's underneath it. Gomez, and that's going to do it for this half of the inning. Lions strand 2, 6-2, heading to the top of the fourth. Back at Nozomi Park for the top of the fourth inning. Leading off for his own cause, Vinny Bobadilla, today's pitcher. Hancock back on the mound. Up and in for ball one. Inside ball two. Hancock working quickly. Might need to stop and take a deep breath here. Recenter himself. There's a pitch right down the middle, but tipped. Foul. Strike one. 2-1. Nobody out. That one popped out toward left field. Roboloth underneath it. Makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Thompson coming up. Jack Thompson, yesterday's pitcher, also plays some infield, but today batting eighth. Shows bunt, puts one down toward third. Picked up by Hancock, over to Williams. Makes the grab just in front of the runner for the second out. couple of outs Hancock's been responsible for. And we're going to see Marker. Stephen Marker, a freshman from Chino, California. They've got a lot of utility players. Marker showing on the roster as a infielder, as he is today, but also a right-handed pitcher. Hancock brings the pitch in. Up high, swinging. Strike. Hancock ready. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. One and two. Devin would love to get out of this inning here. That one a little bit low and outside. 2 and 2. Oh, he had a 1-2-3 inning last inning. Got the first two batters this inning. He would love to finish it quickly. Get back to the bench, save his pitches. We'll see if Nobel cooperates with that idea. There's a called third strike. Rings him up to end the inning. No runs scored. Nobody stranded on base. 6-2, bottom of the fourth. We'll be right back. Back here for the bottom of the fourth inning at Nozomi Park with the smooth criminal leading us off, Trey Williams. Still facing Vinny Bobadilla. That one's off of first base, fair, up over the first baseman's head. Fortunate for Williams, that throw comes to second, but not in time. Stand-up double, Trey Williams. Well, you know, you hit as well as you can, and then if you benefit from a little bit of luck, then that's a beautiful thing, and that bounced off of first base and ruined the first baseman's play. So a double for Trey Williams, and now we've got David Robeloth. Robeloth, who's walked and hit a single so far today. Pitch outside. Ball one. Well, a ton of run production in the first inning, all 6 of them coming then. Since then, Bobadilla seems to have settled in a little bit. Swing and a miss for Robeloth. Strike one. 1-1. Robeloth becoming Coach Zach's everyday left fielder. Had a great season defensively and also at the plate. The pitch. Robeloth picks that one off and between the 5-6 gap. It's going to send Williams to third, who's going to hold there. Robeloth holds it first for a single. And the first 2 Lions are on base. Nobody out. For Dylan English. English out in right field today. English waits. Fakes the steal, does Robeloth. Gets back to first. Strike one on English. Will Robeloth go this time? Yes, he will. There's the pitch. Robeloth got an early start. Williams thought about leaving. Ball trips off over toward the Lions dugout, but not enough room to send Williams home. But that is a stolen base for David Robeloth. It's the 6th stolen base, I believe, on the day for the Lions. Correction, it's the 7th. There's active and then there's hyperactive on the bases today, and Coach Zach has them definitely doing their thing and popped out to center field. Center fielder makes the catch. Williams head toward home, and he's going to score the RBI sac fly from Dylan English. And that'll bring up Jackson Campbell, the catcher. Base hit his first time up. Oh, correction. Got on, I believe, on a walk his first time up. Bobadilla trying to keep the runner honest there at second base. That's Robeloth. Already took one from him, trying to keep him from getting to third. Jackson Campbell ready's at home plate. Throw back to second again. Robeloth gets there once again. Lions dugout very talkative today. Nobel's pretty quiet. The pitch outside for a ball. Campbell readies for the next pitch. Bobadilla is ready. Checks the runner at second. Throws back. Robeloth in again. Robeloth going to have a dirty uniform after this game, but doing his part to get back in at second on each of these attempted pickoffs. Such a tough pickoff throw from the pitcher to turn around and get second, but Bobadilla trying multiple occasions. Checks him again. Here's the pitch. That's outside again. What you don't want to have is, if you're the Knights, is Bobadilla so concerned and preoccupied with Roboloth at second that loses his focus on the pitches to home plate. That one in there for a strike. Here comes the pitch. That's down and down low for another ball. Believe that's a full count. Yep, full count. Bobadilla ready. Checks the runner, Roboloth at second. Here's the pitch. Good looking pitch coming in. Must not have been 3-2 then. 3-1 perhaps. The umpire located directly in front of me, so he's holding his signals right in front of his chest. Tough to see the confirmation, so trying to keep up. Now we have a full count though. Checks Roboloth again. Low and draws a walk. Does Jackson Campbell. And that's another Lions base runner here in the fourth inning. Right now, Roboloth on second, Campbell on first, and Calvin Curio, today's DH, stepping up to the plate. Campbell takes a courtesy runner out there. That's going to be a ball because the first baseman didn't jump over for the throw, which led Bobadilla to have to hang on to that baseball. So that's going to send Roboloth to third and Campbell to second on the balk. That ball in there for a strike. Courtesy runner out there. Looks like it's Kato Takahashi. That ball low. Bobadilla gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Inside, just about gets Curio, gets out of the way at the last second. Ready to go again. Not as much risk, obviously, if somebody's stealing home, so. Ball's coming in, goes outside again. Curio nice and patient up at the plate today. Curio didn't bat yesterday. Took a day off of rest and got ready for today's opener, but starting off very patiently. Pops that one up and foul. Curio with a base hit, scored a run, and has a stolen base today on his first time up at the plate. Second time grounded out. So he's 1 for 2 thus far. Fights that one off. Every pitch these Lions batters can extend their at-bats puts Bobadilla further and further into that pitch count. And so Bobadilla with the pitch. That one outside, and Curio draws another walk. That's going to load him up for Federico Tibertini. Usually has a pretty consistent viewing audience, does Tibertini. So if you're watching here, let's hope your guy can bring in some runs for the Lions today. Seven 2-year score, bottom of the fourth inning. Trey Williams with the run today. This inning, excuse me, the RBI sac fly from Dylan English. Visit to the mound there. Tried to calm down their pitcher. It's the second visit to the mound already for Bobadilla. But here's Tibertini. Ready's at the plate with the bases loaded. Just one out. Pitch is inside. Ball one. Well, nowhere to put Federico Tibertini, so Bobadilla has to come out of a bit. Outside again. Ball two. Anything but a double play ball works here. Obviously, you'd love to see an extra base hit of some kind. There's the pitch outside again. Stopped well by Luna that time. Way outside. Got a good showing from the visitors from California. Fans out here. There's a walk, and we're going to walk in a run. There's Roboloth crossing the plate as Tibertini takes another walk. The third walk issued this inning so far by Bobadilla. And we're at the bottom of the order for Avenente. In there for a strike. Base is still loaded. One out. Bottom of the fourth, 7-2. Your score. Lions in the driver's seat. Pitch down the middle there. Avenente wants that one back. 1-1 the count. Correction, that was 1-2, and that's a strikeout. Quick at bat for Avenente, who disagreed with that final pitch, but struck out looking on that one, and we're back to the top with Cy Peterson. Peterson hit by a pitch. His last time up. Bases are still loaded for Cy. That one inside, barely on the inside corner. This one on the other side, overcorrected on the outside this time. Ball two. Strike one. 1-2, the count on Cy Peterson. That one hit out towards center field. Way out there, but center fielder up and underneath it to make the catch. That's Tony out there in center, and that's going to end it. Lions strand 3, score 2. As we're now 8-2, headed to the top of the 5th. Here we go, top of the 5th inning. Devin Hancock back out there again. Going to face the top of the order to start. This is Gomez. Rafael Gomez, a freshman, all the way from Colombia. First pitch. Swung on and fouled left side. Well struck, just got a little bit of ahead of it there. Eight to 2. Pitch coming in high and inside all the way back to the backstop here. Hancock ready, coming in. That one popped out toward left. Back on it is Roboloth. Sees it, calls for it, and he's out. First out of the inning, one batter, one out. And here comes Gingras. Tyler Gingras, a sophomore, local guy there from Long Beach. Has him as an outfielder on their roster, but playing third base today. That ball in. Sends Gingras stepping back. Hancock's ready. Bases are clear. Here's the pitch. That one down the middle for a strike. 1-1. Hancock getting ready, clearing out his glove a little bit. Here's the pitch from Devin. Strike with the curveball on the inside. Gingras disagrees, kind of shakes his head a little bit, but 1-2. Hancock with the pitch. That one swung on, chopped over to third. Randall can't get there. His backup was just a bit close, was Tibertini, and that's going to go down most likely as an E5. It looked like it was right in the glove there for Randall, but just couldn't get to it. So Gingras on base. Nobody out for Tony, the center fielder. Tony, the junior, one of the upperclassmen on this team. Strike one. Gingras trying to look like he's going. Big cloud of dust out between first and second now from where he shuffled his feet last pitch. That ball hit out to left. Coming at it together. Peterson calls for it. Good talking, makes the catch as Roboloth peels off for the second out of the inning. And that brings up Luna. Gingras having to go back and tag, and he's stuck at first. Here comes Luna. Eight to 2 your score right now, top of the 5th inning. 2 outs. Hancock's ready, man on first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled. Strike one. Hancock's ready, throws to first. Gets him out at first. Picked off. Gingras sent back to the dugout for the third out of the inning on the pickoff throw from Hancock. So we're going to take a break. Back to the bottom of the 5th inning. 8 to 2 Lions. back here at Nozomi Park for the bottom of the 5th inning. New pitcher Paxton Moore, the sophomore right-hander from Ventura, California, leading off against Caden Randall. Vinny Bobadilla going to take a seat. 4 innings pitched. 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 8 runs total. A couple hit batters and 4 walks. So rough go of it for Bobadilla. We'll see what Paxton Moore can do. Randall's ready. There's a pitch low. There's the pitch. That one popped up toward left. Going long. Back toward the wall. And the catch is made by Tony there, the center fielder. So first out of the inning is a fly out from Randall. Then we're going to see the smooth criminal, Trey Williams. Doubled his last time up. Also been hit by a pitch. Scored a couple runs today. Paxton Moore getting ready. There's the pitch. Williams gets a hold of this out towards center. Tony looks under it. Makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 quick outs here for Paxton Moore, the reliever. And that's going to bring up David Robeloff, who singled his last time up. And it's 2 for 3 today with 2 stolen bases. And 2 runs scored as well. So very productive heart of the order here for the Lions so far today. Pitch coming in. Robeloff up under that one again. Same spot at one more time. This time, the left fielder is going to take it. And that's Gomez to end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Lions, all 3 flyouts. And we're going to hold here at 8-2 going into the top of the 6th. All right, back here, top of the 6th inning. 8-2, the score in favor of Justice. Hancock still out there. Been able to keep his pitch count low. Last 3 innings, he's had Luna's down. Fouled that one off his foot, I think. Luna finished up the inning last inning, but the runner, Tony, was caught stealing, and so Luna starts us off again here. So what I was saying, the last 3 innings have been 3 up, 3 down. So Hancock been able to keep that pitch count reasonable. That one lined over to third, picked up by Randall for the first out of the inning. That's a good way to start as well for Devin Hancock. That'll bring up Brody Holthouse, who has not batted since the third inning, where he grounded out. He had a base hit in the second. Second inning was obviously the most productive inning for these Knights. They scored their 2 runs there. Several on base. There was a walk, a hit by pitch, and an error that helped there. So Lions seem to have righted the ship since that second inning. Swing and a miss for Brody. Strike one. Hancock readies with the pitch. Strike 2. Had some trouble transitioning the picture there, guys. Sorry about that. Should be coming to you now. That ball's outside. Nobel faithful imploring their team here. Hancock readies for the next one. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. Second batter strikeout there. Four is up now after the strikeout. Pitch low and outside, ball 1. Right back to Hancock, who once again tosses it over to Williams for the 1-3 out. And that ends the inning. Again, 3 batters up, 3 batters down. Great efficiency today from Devin Hancock, and we'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th inning. Coming back here for the bottom of the 6th after a 1-2-3, top of the 6th. Leading off is Dylan English. English for the Lions had a RBI sac fly his last time up. Also singled and scored a run today. Paxton Moore, the pitcher. First pitch. Strike one. English pops that one up towards center field. In on it, making the grab is Tony for the first out. 4 straight flyouts for Paxton Moore. All of them to center, I believe. One of them might have been picked up, by Gomez out in left, but they've all been hit to that left center zone. And here comes Jackson Campbell. Walked his last time up. Takes a strike on the first pitch here. Nobody on. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning, and 8-2 is still your score in favor of the Lions. Strike 2. Not sure if Campbell disagreed with that or if he just wishes he had that pitch back, but he shakes the head a bit, gets ready for the next pitch. That one swung on out toward right. Right fielder makes the grab, and that's the second out. So Paxton Moore proving to be a fly ball ace here this last couple of innings. That's his 5th straight flyout with Calvin Curio, the DH, up to the plate. First pitch swinging strike. Excuse me, swing there, and strike 2 quickly. Down 0-2 in the count is Curio. Curio has walked and singled, has a stolen base, but 1, 2, 3 out on strikes. And that's going to do it for the bottom of the 6th. No runs, nobody left on base. 8-2 heading to the top of the 7th inning. All right, here we are in the top half of the 7th. And full disclosure, we have been told, because of the doubleheader, we're looking at 2 7-inning games today. So Lions 3 outs away, if that is the case, from securing another victory. And this is Paxton Moore. More right back to Hancock, over to Williams. It's a quick 1-3 here to start the 7th inning. And looks like we got a pinch hitter here for Thompson, maybe. See if I can grab the name. Got the number. 88, Arthur Ochoa, the sophomore from Fontana, California. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Pitch up high for a ball. Marker would be next. That one hit out toward right center. On the run is Peterson. Makes the diving grab. Good defense out there in center field by Cy Peterson for the out. 2 quick outs here. And it looks like we have another pinch hitter. Jordan De La Torre, the sophomore, for Marker. Swing and a miss. Hancock looking to complete this game here. Pitch. That one swung on, hit foul off the right side. There's the pitch from Hancock. Curve comes in, but that's a little bit high. I believe that's 2-2. Pitch. That one popped up and out of play. Right over our head. Umpires out of baseballs, calling for some more. Hancock's ready with the one he's got. Pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is going to do it for the games here for the first half of the doubleheader. 8-2 is your final score. The winning pitcher, Devin Hancock. Vinny Bobadilla takes the loss. And that's a series win also for the Lions, who won yesterday against this team. They do have one more game here at 1 o'clock, so we'll hope they can sweep the series. But for now, we appreciate you checking it out, and we will be back on in just about 2 hours with men's basketball against Nobel. So it's Lions Knights weekend here. So tune in for that. And then we'll be back again the following Saturday with the conference championship game between Justice and Nelson, men's basketball as well. That's going to be, I believe, 7 p.m. on Saturday. So for now, minus Mr. Shively, I am Prof G, and we'll see you on the next one.